You launched the brand with your husband, Ryan Gozlan. Does anybody say Ryan Gozlan jokes ever?
Sometimes, honestly, it's hilarious when we call for reservations, like Tironi, they're like, Ryan Gozlan? I'm like, right, yeah.
Hello, Lauren here, and I'm back for another installment of Talking and Shopping, where I take you with me to visit some of the best boutiques in the city. I always bring along an inspiring person for a behind-the-scenes conversation. We do some amazing shopping and learn how they got to where they are today. Today I'm in Yorkville meeting Lisa Gozlan, the designer and founder of her namesake jewelry brand. Rooted in family legacy, the line is beautiful, accessible, and Instagram worthy. You've probably seen her famed happy faces online, but of course there is much more to uncover. So let's go talking and shopping with Lisa Gozlan. Hi Lisa.
Hi,
it's so good to meet you. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
I can't believe you have a boutique in Yorkville.
Neither can I.
Okay, so what's it like having your name on the door?
Honestly, very surreal. It feels like a dream come true.
Oh my God, that's so sweet and great to hear. I love a success story. So the brand launched in 2019, correct?
Yes.
And it was the plan always gonna be very social first, very millennial friendly, direct to consumer, or was there a wider plan?
I would definitely say direct consumer to start. We were trying to keep everything in the business lean, do everything organically, just to get our feet off the ground and honestly see where it took us.
Do you remember any of the first pieces that you designed?
Yeah, so this ring, for example, was one of the first pieces that we launched. It's part of our core ring collection. It's 10 karat gold with cubic zirconia stones. And I was very excited because I found in Toronto and in general, I wasn't able to find rings that were kind of more affordable but high quality, solid gold pieces that they wouldn't tarnish if you wash your hands and wear them every day.
And then what is the design process like now?
I feel like it's still, as much as we try and plan things out in advance, we still, get that creative idea where we're like, oh my gosh, obsessed with this, let's roll with that, let's start developing that. And so sometimes it's sporadic, sometimes it's very planned out, but that's kind of the fun of the business that we're in.
Can you show me some bestsellers?
Yes. So we've definitely sort of become known for our happy face collection. All of these bracelets, for example, I would say have become our best sellers. Definitely the green eyes. This was the first happy face bracelet that we launched with the cubic zirconia stones. And that has definitely become a universal favorite, I would say.
They have their own social media presence, these happy faces, don't they?
Yes. I feel like people all over have seen them and thought, where do I find that? I've seen that happy face bracelet before. And now I think people know where to come to get them.
Would you say that you had the perfect storm of launching this business? That it's beautiful, well-made, well-priced, very Instagram friendly, and it just all came together?
I would say yes, we were very blessed in terms of the timing. We launched the brand just before the pandemic hit, a couple months before, so our timing was very optimal in terms of the online world, because as soon as the pandemic hit, anyone and everyone who never even shopped online before learned how to shop online. So, shopping habits have really changed, and obviously the online world blew up.
So what other products are your favorites?
It's so hard to pick favorites because I love everything, but the archive collection is something that will always be very special to me. My husband, who founded the company with me, his family has been in the jewelry business for over 30 years. So these were reinvented classics straight from the Gozlan archives.
And what are the archives like?
It's pretty crazy. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rings. Some of them are, over 50 years old. So it's very cool to look back and much like a clothing designer would, they would go back into the archives and draw inspiration from the past, which is something that we love to do.
Lisa, you're known for your ring stack, your hands, your beautiful nails. They're all over Instagram. How do you get the perfect stack?
I always typically start with a piece that is maybe one of my favorite pieces, and I sort of work around that, whether it's, something that's, specially designed, or maybe it's your engagement ring. I usually start with that as a base and build around that.
The jewelry ranges across price points. Your customers range across generations. Was that intentional?
Yes, honestly, I've always wanted to be able to offer something for everyone. I think that's really special. We try to keep our designs, minimalistic, classic, with a little bit of an edge, so something that you can keep forever, and of course, is cross-generational. So it was very exciting when we opened the store, because when you're online, you're not seeing face-to-face who your customers are and their feedback and their genuine responses. When we opened the store, it was amazing intel, because obviously your customers are everything. So they would come in and, their responses to the jewelry is so valuable. So I think it's really important to have a face-to-face touch point for customers.
A little birdie told me you might be opening a store somewhere else.
Yes, we're opening a store this fall in Palm Beach. We're so excited about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's a community in itself, and we're really looking forward to it.
So more trips down there for you.
For sure.
Is in the future.
Yes, it works both ways.
So that was so fantastic. You and me are gonna go get a drink, and I'm gonna hear about how it all started.
Amazing. I'm so excited.
Hi, we're here at Sassafras, and Lisa and I are going to continue our conversation. Can you tell me what you were doing before you launched the brand?
Yes, so I was in personal wardrobe styling. I was trying to find a creative outlet, and I was always, I grew up in a household where my father was an entrepreneur. He's had a business for 50 years. So I always knew I wanted my own business. I just didn't know what at that time.
You launched the brand with your husband, Ryan Gozlan. Does anybody say Ryan Gozlan jokes ever?
Sometimes, honestly. It's hilarious when we call for reservations, like Taroni, they're like, Ryan Gozlan? I'm like, right, yeah.
That is really, really cute. Was there anything surprising with working with your husband?
I feel like every day is a fun surprise, but we work so well together. It's the best thing, because obviously, we're like this, and the one person you can trust is obviously the closest to you. I think that's nice, but it's a fun ride. Ryan's a 5th generation jeweler, so it stems back over 50 years, which is pretty crazy. Ryan's grandfather, sadly, who just passed, Roger, we were blessed. He got to see us open the store. I think it's a different world now, because we moved online, which was something that they didn't really do, in their generation of the jewelry industry. So it was really special for them, and continuing to grow.
Can you just walk me through? We've got more fashion jewelry, demi-fine, fine, and custom.
Yes. So custom, a lot of people might not know this, but Ryan, being the jeweler in his family, he's also knows how to create stunning engagement, bridal. We do custom pendants, a lot of my stuff is Ryan designed. It's nameplates, you can personalize different things. You can use diamonds, you can use all different types of gemstones, different colors. If you want to, switch something for your birthstone, a lot of people like to do that.
When you're designing, or you and Ryan, or just yourself are thinking about pieces, is there a balance of the material and price point and striking that balance?
I feel like that's always something we're considering. I feel like I'm always considering, is this something that everyone's going to be able to attain? I feel like that's kind of where I sort of focus on, and Ryan, he does a lot of fine pieces, so we try and strike that balance. And sometimes certain things will remain maybe more fine, just because, it needs to have that quality and the look. If it's not going to translate well, then we won't do it in a certain way, if that makes sense.
You went to Ryerson for business retail?
Yes.
Did you think you'd ever end up fully kind of immersed in using your degree?
Honestly, not exactly. I thought, okay, business, yes. I knew, okay, I'm going to be in the business world. It totally makes sense to have a business degree. Everybody needs essentially a business degree. The fact that it was retail related, I find that intriguing, just because I never knew I was necessarily going into the retail world. And especially when we launched with the pandemic, we literally started doing the opposite. Everyone was closing their retail stores, tightening up locations, and then we were opening a store. And I remember I didn't want to tell anybody we were opening a store, because people were kind of thinking you're going into retail, are you crazy? But it made sense for our business. We're gonna continue to open some more locations. I mean, that's definitely a goal. Currently, we have a summer showroom that we're doing in the west end of Toronto.
Which I'm going to see.
Yeah.
We're going to go see it next.
Yes, and some other things that I can't say yet that we're planning, as well as opening more stores in the U.S. That's definitely on the checklist of what we want to do. Yeah.
Lisa, this was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.
And now you got to go.